Look at man, what we doing here. See, Chopin and them, and Bach and Beethoven and Liszt and all of them, they goofed on us. They stopped showing us how to improvise, which was a big blunder. And see, what happened is, improvisation. One theorist over in Europe, you know what he told me? He said, when improvisation stopped in Europe, it started in the USA. So, and see what happened is, most of the artists, the ones who really studied how to figure bass and all that stuff that leads to improvisation, they came over here. So they came to the USA. They fell in love with our stuff because it was easy. You know, they could write T for do. Oh, these are pretty little songs, you know. And see, that's why most of the standards are really correct. That's why everybody sort of avoids standard, but standards, everybody better learn the standards. Then they'll learn what Coleman Hawkins, you know, Coleman Hawkins, when I worked with him, he told me, he said, I don't play chords, I play movements. I understand it now. Play movements, not chords. See, chords is just part of the thing. Movement. Like, see, yeah. Could have been different too. Do it again. It also could be, watch this. Do that. Go to that. To like G, like a G triad. No, but had the G there. Double the G. No, but see, you don't double. Generally, see that.
Don't double so much.
Yeah. No, just no. That.
Oh, okay.
Or go to the A. That would sound better.
Oh, okay.
See, those cats, they knew something about this stuff, man. Back to that diminished. Play that diminished. Yes. You know what? That's why our standard songs really teaches us.
Wow.
That's why we play, what is this thing called Love? All these tunes came, not all of them came from European composers, because we had composers out on Broadway that would sell a song for $25 so they could eat, right, you know. Right. So we don't know who composed what. Right. You know, some people will say, oh, so-and-so composed that. We don't know that. It's not all true, you know, so we have to take everything with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I heard that about Fats Waller. He sold a lot of his songs.
Sure, you know. Yeah. So we don't really know who wrote what. And some things we can tell. I think George Gershwin wrote "Man I Love." You know, it sounds sort of like him, and it's a couple more things. They George Gershwin things. You know, I don't think George Gershwin knew enough about jazz, even though he wrote the Rhapsody in Blue. You know, I've never heard somebody who really knew about jazz write a composition for the Philharmonic Orchestra. Nobody. I started working on one now because I got a bass player who's with the Philharmonic Orchestra who comes to my class.
Oh, David.
David.
Yeah.
I'm crazy about him. Play the piano better than the average piano player, you know. But see, I started working on it because it's just so much. See, the piano, people think the piano is like the orchestra, but the piano can't be like the orchestra. The orchestra is layers of music, you know, like layers, where the piano is just right here, you know. You can't you can't do it like an orchestra. That's why I don't suggest that you write a symphony looking at the piano keyboard. Nowadays, these cats, they got this computer madness. They write their songs looking at the computer. Johnny Griffin, when I played with him, he had a 9-measure song, 11th measure song. I don't want to hear that, you know. You can tell he made it up on the computer, you know, that's the kind of thing. But see now, so far what we got the 2 old tone scales.
Right.
And now we got the 3 diminished sevenths. And they in that 12. Look at it. See, no higher than those 12.
Right.
So we got to know this.
Yeah.
Now, Schoenberg said something that we have to pay particular attention to. He said, the first thing he writes about in his book, he says, I like to write about the human voice. So he wrote about the bass, the tenor, the alto, and the soprano. So soprano, you hit that chord, hit the chord, C diminished 7. He said 4 voices. That top voice is the soprano.
Mm-hmm.
The next one down is the alto. The next one down is the tenor. And next one is the bass.
Mm-hmm.
And so I give it a thing. I say soprano is 1, alto is 2, tenor is 3, and bass is 4. So the first thing I'm gonna say is drop 2. There you go. Then I'm gonna say, oh, go back. Drop 3, drop 3. See, all these things make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then I might say, go back. Drop 2, 4. There you go. All this stuff makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make up a song with that one. You know what you do? Run it up. Run from the bottom, one note at a time. Go up a half step. No, but you're gonna come down that one. Do it again. Up. You make up a whole song like that.
For sure could.
That's just, now we come to what Schoenberg, see, you got to know about drop 1, drop 2, drop 3,
Right.
drop 4, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And so then we begin to learn. I might even tell you to drop, here's a weird one. Drop 2 and 3.
Drop 2 and 3, so that's 2 and 3. I'm gonna come down there.
There it is. Run that one to see what it sounds like. This is why, let me tell you, this is why I say jazz is the continuation of classical theory.